The hardest part is the last jump. As you guys can tell, I don't change the voice ever. Basically, we get 2 fights in a row of these bits. Just Demonic Inferno, both of them. Really simple. Nothing too out of left field here. Actually, there's really nothing in the whole game, to be honest. One of the simplest categories to learn on any Neptunia. If you're wanting a good starting category, I would highly suggest Neptunia Sega Hard Girls. Both PC and Vita. The PCs got about depending on your setup, you can go anywhere between 1.5 to 2.5 minutes faster, even on a short category like this. But they both are good to run. I run them both. Basically, this whole game has you going to accept a mission, watch a bunch of cutscenes, complete the mission, accept another mission, watch a bunch of cutscenes. So every now and then we'll do a monster kill quest. But that's basically this whole game. Even on New Game, it is pretty much just cutscenes. But it's unique battle style and gameplay, and it's only game in the NEP series where you can run like a legit run, no speed up like in VTR or anything. It makes for an interesting experience. You probably want to say interesting a lot. The story in this game is your timeline is getting screwed up thanks to a mysterious force called the Time Eater, and you basically just go back in time to different time periods where you just gotta go and try and correct it, and each time period you'll run into a different CPU and then a Sega Hard Girl, which will be the classic Sega systems: Sega Saturn, the Sega Game Gear, the Sega Dreamcast, and the Sega Genesis. Yes, I had to think on that one for a second. It's called the Mega Drive or the Genesis. They're both, it's the same thing, really. And in the bad end, it's been a while since I've actually seen it, but it's really just going and defeating the main bad guy before you accomplish saving any of the time periods. And then on the good end, it's also been a while, so I can't really explain the good end. Maybe Marin remembers more about what the good end is. Yeah, I mean, they're different characters, but I was talking about the systems itself are the exact same system. Is what I meant. Alright, now we get one of those rare monster kill quests I was talking about. In this game, you preemptive strike just like Mark II if you're a high enough level to kill them. You can get 1 fight or 2 fights. I got bad RNG, so it's going to be 2 fights. Depending on how many doggoos we're going to be in there. I need 4 doggoos total. So there must have been 3 or less. Sorry if I don't provide too much more commentary from here on out, because I've already really just explained everything that this game does and has to offer for these short categories. Coming up in the block dungeon that will be a bit later. I'll explain something there. Most of the time, in order to get a new quest, that you have to accept, you're forced to exit completely before the new quest appears, which can be a pain sometimes when you're trying to go fast. So that's why if you see me exit that menu of Histoire, like all the way, that's why. There's a glitch right there on that specific section where for some reason if you jump right in that spot you will get stuck and be able to jump again. I guess kind of similar to Super Mario Brothers wall jumping, except it's not as tight. It's actually one of the easiest glitches in the game, and you will probably come across it once or twice by accident while in a normal casual, because that's how I did it. And here's the block dungeon. You'll be seeing me do a leap of faith jump. I gotta watch out for the red dots on the radar. In this game, you don't have to just touch the enemies to get into a battle with them. Even if you're like 10 million miles above their head, you will still get into an encounter with them. So you have to be very careful when trying to dodge enemies. Which, to my knowledge, is one of the very few NEP games, or just ID Factor games in general, that does that to you. And here we are at the second quest here. We can get it in one fight. Or two, just like always. We're gonna go like on a normal run and just hope we get it in one fight. But it doesn't lose too much time if we have to get a second one. Oh, we got the perfect bits. Nice. At least one of these quests went perfectly. This little section here is not even going to a dungeon to see a cutscene. You go just to a cutscene. That's all this quest is. It's time to duel. It is the last quest before we start setting up for the ending. It's also the last quest before one of two final really long cutscenes, which is only one long cutscene in Bad End. But we get another long cutscene for Good End. I say long, it's only like a minute or so each. And coming up is an unpracticed menu, so it'll probably be slow. I'm going to try to make it fast, but it'll probably be slow. We'll see how it goes in the end. What's happening here is they made it here, and they're in the middle of trying to help them out, Sega, me, and IFR. And then they get to witness live and in person exactly what the time meter is doing to the time. They'll see Saturn just plain old disappear. The whole world is falling apart. Neptune's about to disappear. I don't remember exactly what happens, but she pushes them back in onto their bike to get them back in time or something like that. And somehow Purple Heart ends up following them, which creates a very interesting scenario of the net bike. Everyone's favorite character in this game. Yep, she pretty much evolves, as Ox says. After this ridiculously long series of cutscenes, we'll be doing a bunch of menuing, setting up everybody, but you'll see me make IF worse and like weaken her. That is because I need to die to the time meter. In order to get the good ending. So it's okay, guys. I am doing everything for a reason. Let's see, I think I have to do status first. It's been a while since I've done these menus. Oh, whoops. Okay, this. Bracelet. You get that. You get that. You get that. 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 And then we do this. We remove and then we have to change IF's, I forgot the term, class. Yeah, we have to change IF's class to be one that's not maximum level. Or hopefully not maximum level. Yeah, change it to the Noble Thief. Then what we gotta do is accept all these quests, then retire them. This is to get the bad end time meter to appear. Talk here because we gotta talk to this. Get rid of this chirper that's hovering over exactly where Segami is, and she is the starting point of the final time meter, or the bad end time meter, I should say. And get ready to hear an amazing battle theme. I know I talk about music a lot, but I truly love music in video games. And the time meter theme here in this specific fight is godlike, in my opinion. Alright, do a lot of damage. That's great, that was perfect. I forgot how to defend. R. 2 turn is actually optimal. Can we get a rip in chat for IF? The world is destroyed, it's all over, the game is beaten. Or it would be if Segami did not have the ability to rewind time again. So now we're getting a bunch of cutscenes, the final long cutscenes in the game. Then we gotta set back up the team properly to fight the good end time meter, which surprisingly, because in this game when you don't get quests in time or retire quests, the time meter gets stronger. So because on good end he is eaten a lot less quests because timers reset. What the heck? He is weaker in good end, surprisingly. He is a lot weaker. We don't even have to change IF's class back. All we gotta do is just put Segami and Neptune in the party. Probably not the ideal locations, but that's okay. Wait. Oh, did I have to challenge the time meter first? Okay, that's why it wasn't there. It's okay, it's only a minor flub. And we're gonna get a sub 18 time! Better than I was expecting, to be honest. Now we just gotta power up the extremely strong and overpowered Neptune. You can use Sega meat as well. They are both pretty much about the same. Oh shoot! Gotta transform. Since I accidentally defended, that's gonna waste some turns. Didn't mean to defend there. I hope I can still kill him. Okay, yeah, we're done. And that's this game. It would have been 1745, or no, like a 1735 or something if I didn't accidentally defend with Neptune, but that's what happens when you don't play this game for about a year and a half. I hope you guys enjoyed this relatively short run and are ready for Neptune EU, which comes up next, and it is ran by this is Daka. So thank you for watching, man, and I hope you continue to enjoy the rest of the marathon.